just a moment here. All right, everybody. So, welcome to the news. This is the Caffeinated Cooper Show, Saturday PM news. And I have a whole bunch of great events that I'm going to recommend that you go catch. But first up, we have JC Schweingruber with us. Let's bring him to the feed. Good afternoon. How are you?
Hey, how are you doing, Elizabeth?
I'm doing great. So I want you to do our financial report. And the reason why I want you to do our financial report is because you are an investment advisor with Vista Front Partners. Can you just give us a little information about that and then we'll get into the report?
Yeah, actually, I've been in the investment business for many years. I got into it back in 1999, and when I was a kid in high school, I was just kind of a stock market junkie, so I sort of gravitated toward that field. And even though most of your viewers here probably know me as the author, Cyrus Alderwood, that's a pen name. My day job is actually I'm co-owner of Vista Front Partners, which is a two-person investment advisor company, and we actually manage people's portfolio. It's fee based. So if your assets grow, then my fee gets a little better, right? So it's a flat fee we charge based on assets, and we help folks from those just getting started out to those who have very complicated huge portfolios that need advising and managing for them. So we've certainly enjoyed really being in this business and setting this company up and helping as many people as we can.
That is awesome. So I have your email address here. I'm going to bring to the stream right now. So write down this email address if you're looking for an investment advisor. Does it matter what state I live in?
Well, my company is registered in two states, Virginia and Kentucky. Our headquarters is in Frankfort, Kentucky. And I go there and I work about once a month. I'll go there and work out of that office. I work out of my home in Virginia. Actually, there's what's called a de minimis rule. So I can take up to 5 clients from any state except for 2 states. So I can take clients basically anywhere. And if we're getting enough clients, we'll just register our firm in that state. It really is just probably a 2-day process, and that's about it. So yeah, we can certainly talk with people from anywhere and help them.
Awesome. All right. So, what is the financial forecast that you're seeing from last week going into next week, possibly?
Yeah, so it's really been a really interesting period of time here. We've got three major things that are going on. Earnings, which is your third quarter earnings, were started a couple of weeks ago, and they kicked off with a lot of several financial companies: J.P. Morgan, Chase, BlackRock, which has been in the news, Charles Schwab, which is the company VistaFront uses as custodian, so we hold our clients' accounts there. Morgan Stanley, Delta Airlines was part of it, Goldman Sachs, even Taiwan Semiconductors, and that's been in the news a lot. So these reports actually came out really good. Overall, we're looking for about a 25 to 28% increase year over year growth in earnings overall. But it's the forward guidance that I've been paying attention to from companies this week that actually was going to be really important going into the next quarter and the first quarter of 2022. And three themes are really playing out big in the market right now. One, everyone's noticing, is inflation, whether it's what you're buying at the grocery store, what you're ordering online. Gas at the pump is ridiculous in some places, and that's going to continue to go up, I think, over time. I don't see that coming back down much in the short term. So with those three things, inflation is one. The supply chain holdup is another. And you may notice when you go to Walmart, there's some emptier shelves or Target. If you're ordering things on Amazon, it's actually taking a little longer to get there than what you thought. I've noticed that with some of my shopping. So that's going to impact the Christmas holiday shopping if people don't shop early. And the other thing is the quarterly earnings, the supply chain, and the inflation. The three big things that are happening right now. This week, actually, you would expect big companies like Apple and Amazon to be knocking it out of the park. They both were very disappointing. Actually, Amazon, which you think if there's a problem at Amazon, there'd be a problem everywhere. They missed on the top and bottom line, so revenue and earnings they missed, and they actually downgraded their forecast for the next quarter. And one of the reasons they said so is because of supply chain issues. And they're actually going to be spending a lot of money in the short term to kind of shore up their own supply chain by getting more airplanes, delivery trucks, Actually, believe it or not, ports where people can import goods in that they're going to own.
Hmm.
So that's really a big deal right now. So that's actually been weighing on the market, and Apple's been weighing on the market because of these semiconductor chips that everybody's talking about. You need them for cars. You need these chips for your phones and other types of things that Apple makes. Um, so they're actually looking at the supply chain being impacted for them going well into the next quarter too. So that's another big drag, and those are two of the biggest companies out there. So when those companies drag on the market, everything everything kind of follows suit to some degree. So those are kind of the things we're looking at. I hate to brag, but I've already got all my Christmas shopping done because I saw the supply chain crap happening.
Yeah.
So those of you who want to shop online and order, if you're shopping online, you might want to do it early. I think Amazon probably got hit because more people are going out to the stores now too. So that's actually a good thing for retail.
Oh, that's an
So,
interesting point. I have noticed
um,
that there are some more cars in the parking lot.
yeah, and I've noticed it here in my part of Virginia and then Eastern Tennessee when I've been over there that there are more people out. I think the Delta variant kind of slowed things down in the third quarter, and GDP reflected that because that came in at like an anemic 2%, and
Mhm.
it dropped from like six something the quarter before. So you'd expect the fourth quarter to be really good for some companies, but that may not be the case because of the inflation and supply chain issues right now. So we're going to have to wait and see. So we've had a bit of a choppy fall with stocks going up and down, the market going up and down, a little bit more volatile than what we've been used to.
Mhm.
Um, that may continue for a little while longer. I don't want that to scare people out of the market because you have to have a long-term vision and a long-term plan. And if you have the stomach to stick it out on days when the market's down, this is what I tell a lot of clients of mine, um, and prospective clients. When the market's down a whole lot, I'm actually calling people because I know their advisors are probably not calling them on days like that. But those are the days that if you have cash available in your portfolio, which I insist people do, that's when you make your money. You buy good companies,
Right.
even if you already hold them. If it's a good company you're long term on, buy it on sale. That's just kind of the way you have to look at it. Takes a lot of stomach to do that because a lot of people hate seeing the value of their 401ks go down or their
Mhm.
IRAs. And but it is a long term strategy, and definitely consider that going into the fall and in the winter months what your strategy is actually going to be, and make sure you have the stomach to implement it, and talk to your advisor about that as well.
So let me ask you one question about what you do for the people out there. Thank you very much for that financial report. I really appreciate that. And this is JC Schweingruber. I'm going to put your name up here to the broadcast, just that if anybody Googles you, they know how to spell your last name.
Yeah, it's not the easiest name. So,
Right, right. So let me type that in while you're answering this question. But the question is, and I think for young couples, young people who are earning a little bit more than what they need to live on, how can they get started? How much money do you need before a person like yourself and an investment advisor can really get you going?
well, I tell folks that that's always kind of a big deterrent. They always say, "Well, I don't have enough money," or they don't feel comfortable starting if they don't have a few $1,000s. And I wish I would have not listened to that advice when I was young too, because it's not where you start, it's where you finish. So if you wanted to open up an account, a lot of places when you go to like the bigger firms, they'll have a minimum requirement of like $2,500 or $2,000 to buy into a mutual fund. Well, there are a lot of funds out there that are really good as well that you can buy into for 250 or 500. And you want to look for those funds that are like no load and no transaction fees so that you're not wasting your money. Um, so always talk to your advisor. Like, if somebody has a small amount and they want to start an account out with us, I have no problem with that. Like I said, if you're a young couple and you're saving, it's not where you start, it's where you finish. So let's focus on how much you can add each month and having a strategy to make sure that you hit the goals that you have financially.
Mhm.
So even if you're starting out with $500, you know, don't worry, don't be discouraged because maybe it's not enough. Some advisors may have minimums. A lot of them do. Um, I typically I shied away from that with our firm because I don't want to have anybody have a reason not to invest and plan for their future.
Well, that's really refreshing. That's very encouraging and inspiring also to say that You got an extra $500, you got an extra 1,000, 1,500. Then you don't have any minimums and you can get started today. I
Right.
think, the initial thought, and I really wish that finances were taught more in our public education starting in middle school going forward, because it just seems like there's so much ignorance in the common person that goes about their daily lives, that you're a young couple, so all these thoughts start coming into your mind, like I need to get a will, I need to do this, I need to do that, and I need $10,000 before I can go to an investments professional such as yourself to get started. So that's really, really refreshing to hear that, you got an extra $1,000, call JC Schweingruber, and you can get started. So your website, again, for everybody to go visit, is Vista Front Partners. That's VISTA PARTNERS. I'm sorry, I was going to promote you as a production house and say that was pictures, but it's not
Maybe
pictures.
that's next.
Partners. So thank you so much for that report. I have a little game. Like I've been broadcasting all morning. I want to play a game with somebody. Will you play a game with me?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. I found this really cool game, and I'm going to leave your information scrolling at the bottom. So for anybody that wants to contact you about investments, that's going to be scrolling at the bottom. But we're playing Table Topics. Table Topics is a cool game. I've been looking for some of the Jimmy Fallon type stuff, and I'm like, Elizabeth, you're creative. Just come up with something. And it hasn't struck me yet. So I was out shopping recently, and I walked by this cool little game, and it's just a cube. It sits on your table, and they've got them for all different types of situations, like first dates and one to do with kids. This one is questions to start great conversations. So I thought maybe if I pull 2 questions for you, and then I show 2 questions that I will show my little fingers here. I have not read all these. I don't have that type of time in my life. So I don't know what these say. But we could give it a go. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
Yeah, I'll read a question to you first.
Okay.
What's your biggest pet peeve?
My biggest pet peeve. Man, these are hard. My biggest pet peeve, well, I've got a couple of them, but let's find the biggest one. The biggest pet peeve that I have, let's say broadcasting on the show, is that I forget to turn somebody's audio on when I'm introducing them, and I hear like a dog barking, and they're asking for something to drink, or they got to go to the bathroom. You hear that toilet flush. I quickly, I mute them, because we don't want to hear that when the intro is playing, right? And then I bring them back, and it's all this energy of, hi, JC, how are you? And it's a silent film. So that's my biggest pet peeve. Other than that, in my daily life, biggest pet peeve would be everything's got to go back where it belongs. I wouldn't say I'm fully OCD, but having a house full of kids, the fork that's been used doesn't go on the break front for the dining room. Like, it goes away. So, all right. One for you.
You would kill me at my house here. You totally would.
All right. What was your best vacation ever?
Best vacation ever. Wow. Yeah, I remember some years ago when I was in grad school, for whatever reason, I guess, you're kind of out in college, you're kind of on your own, you're learning about yourself and having a good time. And I had a great time. If anybody's seen that movie Old School, I had a great time, and everyone in town knew I had a great time. Me and some friends, we left for Myrtle Beach, and that's the first time I'd ever went anywhere really without the family growing up, on vacation. So that was a fun trip. And man, I almost got ran over on the sidewalk there, but I survived that. Believe it or not, it's the weirdest thing. Me and my friend Mike were walking, and the other people that we were with, they were elsewhere. And for whatever reason, Mike says, "Let's cross the street and get back on the beach side." Okay, because we were walking next to all these bars, and we were tempted to go in every single one of them. Right? We didn't have that much money on this short trip. We crossed the street and go back over, and about that time, we hear this revving up of an engine. And this car come down the strip, and the street was packed, so it's like nobody was moving anywhere. It was like New York City at lunchtime or something. But this car had jumped the curb, went straight into the bar we were standing right in front of the door of, literally 30 seconds after we crossed the street. The next
What?
night it was great. We did go into the bar the next night because the owner was a trooper. The guy was trying to back out until the cops came and blocked him in. He was literally trying to back out and get out of there and spinning like smoke everywhere. Well, the next night, the funny thing was I looked over the hood of the car and the guy sat at the end of the bar like Norm, still was sitting there with his beer in his hand, like, what the heck? So the next night we did go in because he had this big tarp over the front of it where the accident happened and knocked the wall down, and it was the crash and dash party, and everyone welcome. So we're like, yeah, okay, we'll go in. We're gonna go in today. We're gonna spend some money here. So that was a fun vacation.
Oh my gosh, that's wild. That's all right. I don't know if I can get even more interesting than that. That's pretty wild. Here's my question.
What restaurant makes the best hamburger? You're well traveled. That should be an interesting question.
Best hamburger. Well, could you see that thought process get interrupt? My first answer, I wanted to say Five Guys, and then I thought, Ted's Montana Grill, the bison burger. That's an easy one. I'm going to ask you that one back. Hamburger.
You know, I've never been out to California, so I've never had In-N-Out, and I've always heard that was pretty good.
They're pretty good.
The best burger I ever had was in Cincinnati. It was this little restaurant called Habits Cafe. It was down the road from where I lived at. So I would walk down there, and I would work from there when I used to run a mutual fund. So I would go in there, and they had an ostrich burger, and it was like the leanest thing you could ever have, and it was actually really good. So an ostrich burger with fries.
Okay.
Not
right.
bad.
All right. So let's see.
You should try it. If you've never had an ostrich burger, give it a shot.
I've never had an ostrich burger. Funny thing about Atlanta. So when you're coming from the East Coast into Atlanta, you have to go on I-85. And just outside of Atlanta, really not too far, maybe 40 minutes, there was an ostrich farm back in the day. And it smelled to high heaven, and you'd see the little ostriches. They're not really little. They're pretty big and intimidating. But you'd see the ostriches all over the place, and you could get fresh ostrich meat there. It was an ostrich farm. It was weird, like totally weird. But
I have had a bison burger, but it was at Ruby Tuesdays years and years ago. And I wouldn't say Ruby Tuesdays have the best burger. I'd love to try that Montana. What was it called?
The Montana. And Ted's Montana Grill.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we are, hey, Ted's Montana Grill people, we are promoting Ted's Montana. You could send us gift certificates to your restaurant. Cyrus and I would love to go.
And if Habits Cafe happens to be listening, if you want to open up a bar tab for me and like clear it out for me at the end of the night, I'll see you soon.
That's right. Let's give a little shout out to them. Where are they located? Cabot's Bar?
It's Habits. Like in bad habits. Habits Cafe, Cincinnati, Ohio, in Oakley Square.
All right. Okay, so let me pick a card for you here. Your question is, could college football's best team beat the NFL's worst team?
Not on their best day. Not on their best day. I love football. I love college football. But, I mean, as great as Ohio State or Alabama has been, even if they'd played the Cleveland Browns in years when they were not so good, or Jacksonville Jaguars right now, they'd probably still get the crap kicked out of them. There's just a difference in speed and professionalism and strength. I don't think it would happen.
Oh my God. Let's say hello to everybody who's watching. So we have Ken Dodge, we have Jane Bunker, we have Earl Thompson. Hello. Do you want to play one more round, or do you gotta go?
No, we got time for one more.
All right, one more round. We are playing the game Table Topics. It just sort of struck me in the store the other day while I was pre-shopping for Christmas. I'm all done. Like you were saying in the financial report, I'm done. I listened. I got it. Like I have a whole pile in the corner of my studio of things that are being hidden from other people because I've run out of places to hide things in this house. My kids have sniffed them all out. I can't hide a chocolate bar. I think they have a homing device that just goes dark chocolate, and they find all of it, and then I go for it and it's gone. All right, so my next question, what is it?
What was the best TV sitcom ever? That's a good one for you.
Best, now that has changed over the ages. So best TV sitcom ever right now? Oh, I don't know that I even have one right now. I'm trying to think, what have I been watching? But let's just say, okay, my all-time in my tiny little life, what has been the best one? Probably I Love Lucy. I have probably watched more I Love Lucy and Keeping Up with Appearances. So Keeping Up with Appearances is a Britcom one, and I've noticed that a lot of American friends that I've watched it with, they're like, I don't get it. I don't get it. But it's my family. It is totally 110% my family. So those would be mine. All right. Question for you. Where is your dream home located and what does it look like?
Oh wow, that's a tough question. You know, you always see these memes on Facebook. It's like, here's four houses. Which one would you choose? A, B, C, or D? And like they're all great. Um, to be honest with you, I'm kind of getting tired of the cold winters. So if I had a dream house, it'd be like a nice place on the Gulf Coast of Florida. Would be really nice. Plus, no state taxes, folks. I'm just saying. Very business friendly. But no, I would love to. I've actually thought about, as over time as the business grows, getting like a condo down there somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait and see where prices go. These things are just outrageous these days. But yeah, maybe Gulf Coast of Florida somewhere on or near the beach. If I had to have a place here, um, there's a picture I post up on my own Facebook page of South Holston Lake. So having a house right on the lake with my own private boat dock would be kind of nice, where I can go out and fish and just chill out on the lake.
That sounds like fun. I love fishing as well. Every time we get a little bit of cold weather, like it dips and it touches the 40s, I'm like, guys, I'm out of here. I love you, but I have
Yeah,
to move to the equator. I can't
that
do the
water is
cold anymore.
yeah,
So,
especially lakes in the wintertime. That breeze comes off of it. No thanks. I'll take the Gulf breeze any day in January.
exactly.
I
Oh
love
my
I love
goodness,
the
yes.
fall foliage. It's beautiful. I'm colorblind actually, so it's the only time of year I see all these, like a kaleidoscope of colors. So for like 2 or 3 weeks, it's great, and then I love it. It's cool and cold. I'm like, yeah, I kind of dig it. And then about January 1, I'm like, no, I just spoke too soon.
Yeah. Well,
What
I
about
want to
you?
thank you.
Where
What?
would your favorite place be?
Oh, um, definitely warm. I do love the ocean, but it would have to be a place where the ocean, the breeze is coming in and it's always warm. But, of course, this is going to be a perfect environment. So it's also not going to be humid. Haven't found that place yet to be on the ocean, but yet dry air. So if anybody knows, where I can get the non-humid, beautiful ocean place where I don't have to give up any creature comforts and Amazon still delivers,
That's
uh,
right.
let me know. But that's what it would be, and probably I'm not a person for big houses or like I don't need a lot. With all the kids I have, here in Georgia, we've been able to have a lot because it's let's face it, like move to Georgia, move to Virginia. It's cheap, 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 cheap. So that's nice. But I think once this phase is over, I definitely want to get back to what I'm comfortable where I like smaller. So now we go on to tiny house with an ocean view at the equator, warm, dry air.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah, there you go. All right, Cyrus, thank you so much for your time. You are a fabulous writer. You are a wonderful investment advisor, and we're seeing so many more facets of you. Look at that. We're powering down. Did you see that? It
Yeah,
must be time to have a glass of
nap
wine
time. It's nap
because
time.
the brain's like, ooh. All right. So I will see you again soon. Hopefully in the next 2 weeks, we can do another news segment and see what the
Yeah,
markets are doing.
yeah, sounds good.
All right. Well, I'll talk to you later, Cyrus. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. So that was really quite interesting. Let's get on to the events. And of course, always go visit vistafrontpartners.com for JC Schweingruber's help with your personal investments. And it only takes $500, $1,000, $1,500 to get started. So don't delay. All right, guys, I have some great events. The first event coming to you that I really want to promote, a friend of mine has a production company. He's a wonderful singer. He's in entertainment. He's all over the place. And his name is Barry Bly. And Barry Bly has a really, really cool event. I'm going to bring it solo to the screen so that we can see it and talk about it. So Haunted Hotel, if you are in Los Angeles or the Los Angeles area, especially maybe you're in Redondo, you're in Hermosa Beach, you're in Manhattan Beach, which I was so blessed. Like, I don't even know how in the heck that happened, that I was able to live in Manhattan Beach for a short period of time, but I was, and I'm extremely thankful. So Barry Bly Productions and Shade Manhattan Hotel. The Shade Manhattan Hotel is so nice. And it is literally right up the street from where the pier is. So you can get your drink on with your costume and you can walk out to the pier and have a hug and a kiss under the moonlight. Like it's just going to be an awesome time. You've got to get out there. So let me bring all the information up to the screen so that you can go get your tickets right now, because it is tonight. So the information is going to scroll. It's going to tell you the number to call if you want. They have VIP service. They've got tables. They have packages for hotel stay tonight. I'm not sure if the hotel stay tonight is sold out. It may or may not be. That number to call is 310-350-4927. You can also go to barrybly.com. That's BERRYBLY.com. The people you're going to see there, if you enjoy people watching, such as I do, if you enjoy people that have the most fit bodies of things put in the most perfect places, and then they just wear like little costumes, like this is the party for you. It is mind blowing. Okay. It's an experience you want to go do at least once. So head on over to barrybly.com. That's BERRYBLY.com, or call 310-350-4927 to book your VIP table and ask any questions you may have about tickets. Tickets are available, and they're available at barrybly.com. And they hope to see you at the Shade Hotel in Manhattan Beach tonight. Happy Halloween. Wear your best costume. It's going to be the best music in town. It is absolutely amazing. And there is the phone number right there, 310-350-4927 for more information. And so that one is tonight. That's the only one that you really have to rush and go, oh my gosh, I found it. Like, I didn't think I was going to find a Halloween party. I found a Halloween party. And now I got to call. I got to go. And you do. You got to call. You got to go. Next up, on November the 4th, there is an event in Coral Gables, and it is called Heart and Soul Gala. Here is the picture here. Let's take a look at that solo on the screen. So this is their third annual Heart and Soul Gala, November 4th, 2021 at 7 p.m. at the Fairchild Tropical Gardens in Coral Gables, Florida, which is really quite a very interesting place to go. You're going to see all the most elite in fashion, elite in people. And let me tell you why you're going to see all that, because this has a very heartfelt meaning to it. So they were founded in 2004. The Friendship Circle of Miami is a volunteer-driven 501c3 nonprofit organization dedicated to offering friendship and acceptance to individuals with special needs, providing respite to their families, and empowering teenagers to make a difference through volunteerism. This is going to be an event that you will not ever forget. It is at the Fairchild Tropical Botanical Gardens in Coral Gables, Florida. The tickets are available on Eventbrite, and the event starts at 7 p.m. on November the 4th. They are also noted on their website to be saying, and their message is, we are committed to imparting renewed strength, comfort, and peace of mind to the partners of exceptional children, with simultaneously heightening the community's awareness, sensitivity, and sense of responsibility to individuals with special needs. That, if I was in Coral Gables and I was able to attend, I am talking straight from my heart. I would be there. That is a special place in my heart to spotlight all of our children with special needs, to support our children with special needs and the families, the counseling that the community needs to understand what it is like to have a child of special needs. That is on November the 4th in Florida. Next up to the screen, so we have 2 events. This is exciting. On November the 6th. This one comes via a dear friend of mine, and this one is in the Atlanta area. Let's take a look at this solo on the screen. I'm going to grab their correct information. This one is called the Raymond Green International Outreach. Well, here it is. In Atlanta, November the 6th, Raymond Green International Gala. Each year, thousands of children go missing. The pain and anguish felt by loved ones is immeasurable. This is another one that is going to really pull at your heartstrings and make you feel so proud that you spent the money to be there. The Raymond Green International Outreach of Hope specializes in cold cases and offers support to those who feel forgotten. The Raymond Green International Outreach of Hope was founded by Donna Green several years ago. She is no stranger to the issue of missing children, as her son was abducted over 30 years ago. If that didn't give you goosebumps, you're not alive. I have to tell you that. So you need to go to this event. This is happening on the 6th of November. That's this coming Saturday, not today, next Saturday, November the 6th. Tickets are on sale now. The location is 1540 Pryor Road in Atlanta, Georgia. It is a black tie affair. So go in your closet, go out to the store. You have plenty of time to don the most fabulous affair for a wonderful effort. And the families, the children that have been found, they're all going to thank you immensely for donating. Only $50 per ticket for this wonderful event. It's a must-see. You've just got to go. So again, tickets are available through Eventbrite. It is called the Raymond Green International Outreach Gala, and they are supporting families and children that go missing. It's a tough subject, and this is an amazing gala. You just have to go. All right, next up, we have another one. This one is on a different part, almost a different coast, but not quite. This one is in Irvine, Texas, and it is called the Grace Gala. This one I have in my notes that I must play the video. So let me share my screen so that we can play the video. But up first, let me bring up their information so we can see their information, which we can't see too well. But the logo on the side there, just to make sure that you are looking at the correct website. And the website is www.gracegala.com. That's GRACEGALA.com. I'm going to share my screen and play their video because it's going to tell you what they're about. Their advertisement is very heartfelt. This is another event that you do not want to miss. Mark your calendars for the 18th annual Angels Among Us Grace Gala presented by the Thompson Group at Classic Chevrolet on Saturday, November 6th. So not this Saturday, next Saturday, 2021 at the Irving Convention Center at Las Colinas. I probably could have spent a little more time getting my mouth around some of those words. I apologize if I'm saying any of them incorrectly. We are humbled and privileged to host this incredible evening. Its success makes a profound impact on local families in need. If you have partnered with Grace as a volunteer or attended the Grace Gala in the past, you know this premier event is truly unforgettable. The meaning celebration of the community's generosity. The evening is filled with gourmet food, libations, high caliber entertainment, and auction items. With funds raised at the gala, Grace is able to provide food, shelter, clothing, education, medical attention to families in the midst of hardship. And the Grace programs is what they support there at the Grace Gala through Angels Among Us. So we're going to take a watch at the video here. This is something, again, I wish I was in Texas because I would definitely attend it. It's going to give you chills when you watch this. So bear with me for just a moment. We're going to bring it up to the screen. Here we are. So this is the website for the Grace Gala. And let me get myself situated. You know, there's a little bit of jockeying around with these programs here to make sure that you can see me and I can see you. And there we go. I want to give them the best feature as possible. This is information on the Grace Gala.
And there were times where I lost faith, but God was there to gently lift me back up and to lift my head and to let me know that He was there and that everything was going to be okay and that He had a plan. He had a plan. So when I tell you that I'm so grateful for you guys, I know that y'all are part of His grand plan for what's going on now. And this is just a glimpse of heaven.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 17th Annual Grace Gala. Here is your host for this evening, NBC5 anchor Ms. Laura Harris.
Welcome to the Grace Gala, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on your cell phones, online, via Zoom, however you are with us this evening. I'm your host, Laura Harris. That was Tanisha, who you just heard from there, one of the Grace clients in her new transitional housing apartment just a few weeks ago. We could think of no more meaningful way to start. Thanks to Tanisha for sharing her amazing and deeply emotional story. Tonight's gala is going to be something very special and very different from what we're all used to, and we understand that. Many of our guests tonight will be coming to you via our Zoom wall, which is going to be behind us here. And lucky for you guys, you get to wear your pajamas. And we are not. We are going to bring you stories of celebration, of determination, of perseverance, and much, much more.
As I mentioned before, we are showing you a video from last year's Grace Gala in Irving, Texas. They're going to get on with it and tell us a little bit about what they're doing. But right now they're setting up for their show because it was virtual last year. It is not virtual this year. In case you would like to go to the Grace Gala in Irving, Texas, you're going to have wonderful entertainment. It's all live, libations, food, you name it. So let's see what else they have to tell us about.
So welcome to those of you who've been coming to the gala for years. I truly do wish that we could be together tonight. I already miss your hugs and seeing all of you dressed up in beautiful gowns. And as Laura said, maybe your pajamas. To those of you who have been here for the first time, welcome. And I hope
that is a great suggestion. This gala is black tie, so make sure that you don your favorite dress or possibly go out and go get one if you need to. You have plenty of time before the event.
There's really now no excuse not to come to the Grace Gala. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I hope that each of you tonight will learn even more about the vital services and programs that Grace provides for those in need in our community. You're going to hear.
That's exactly right. So the Grace Gala, they are all about helping out the fellow brother and sister in your community. And Grace is able to provide food, shelter, clothing, educational, and medical attention to families in the midst of hardship through the Grace program. This event is on November 6th. 2021. It is live in person. Expect a wonderful time with great entertainment, food, and libations. Time is 6:30 p.m. at the Irving Convention Center at Las Colinas. That's 500 West Las Colinas Boulevard in Irving, Texas. So if you are nearby, please go to gracegala.com. That's GRACEGALA.com to get your tickets today. Next up to the screen, oh, we have an interesting event. I really, really love this one. I can't wait to talk about it. We have two of them on November the 12th. So first up, this is something that was halted during the pandemic of last year, and it is back. It's gonna be so much fun. All right, so Grace Gala, make sure that you go. Next up, oh, who's in Williamsburg? How fun is Busch Gardens? Their Christmas town is back. Busch Gardens Williamsburg is getting ready for the return of Christmas Town. And in case you don't know what their website is, let me bring that up for you so that you can just jot that down real quick. Here we go. And ticket information is scrolling down below as well. So Busch Gardens Williamsburg is getting ready for the return of Christmas Town. Just announced the reopening of Christmas Town. The annual holiday event returns on November 12th, turning Busch Gardens into a holiday wonderland with over 10 million twinkling lights, one of the largest light displays in the nation. Who loves those light displays? I know someone very near and dear to my heart. Now I actually have two of them because I have a daughter who's caught on to it. That just loads up the yard. It's synchronized to music. It's all over YouTube. My house is everywhere, and it twitches and sparkles and does all types of things at Christmas time. If you like that, if that's your thing and you love everything Christmas, you want to just be submersed into an entire Christmas town, then Busch Gardens is for you. It opens on November the 12th. And among so many different things that are going on at Busch Gardens, the return of the fan favorite shows, delights. Christmas Town has a variety of new performances and activities. To find out more, you can go to buschgardens.com. That's buschgardens.com. And under the events tab, it will tell you all about Christmas Town. So that's really fun that Christmas Town is back. I'm excited. I'm so excited to see all these great things on the comeback, right? We all want to get back to normal life. We all want to be able to see other smiling faces and have great times and have wonderful holidays. And I think after this year, we really need to get out there a little bit. I think if I can speak a little bit on a soapbox here, get out there, go enjoy your holidays, visit, and be happy, be merry, be jolly, because that is what life is about. It's all about staying in that moment, loving your families, loving everybody around you. And so you can go to Busch Gardens with the entire family and have a wonderful Christmas experience. I actually might put it onto my calendar and take a look at that. All right, so the last event in the lineup, and then Michael, I see you. I will answer that question that popped up on the screen. The last event that we have, this is also coming from a celebrity girlfriend of mine. Michael, I love your question. I'll come back to it, but I got to pop it down so we can all see this. So this is another great event. It is called Sparkle Noel Fashion Show, and this is in Nashville. So if you're in the area of Nashville, this is something really, really great to go to. And you have plenty of time, yet again, to make all your preparations to make sure that you're there on time. So November 12th, Nashville, Sparkle Noel Fashion Show and Tree Auction 2021. This event starts, let me bring myself back up there. This event starts at 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. The tickets are $75. They have a gingerbread house contest, wine and appetizers, and this is in Hendersonville, Tennessee. Join us for the first Sparkle Noel Fashion Show and Tree Auction to benefit Grace's Place and Pier Place. Again, the time is November, the date and time is November the 12th at 6 p.m. Cocktails, dinner at 7 p.m. with a show following the dinner. Tickets can be purchased at holidayfesttn.org. That's holidayfesttn.org. You can get your tickets. They're only $75. You're going to be wowed by a celebrity designer that will be present. So Jonathan Kane grew up in Hendersonville, Tennessee, a Project Runway all-star. Jonathan's expertise of stunning high fashion glamour paired with a gift of making a woman look and feel beautiful is what makes his brand sexy and dramatic. So if you are a fan of Project Runway, if you would like to meet the celebrity designer, then come on out to Sparkle Noel. I'm going to bring this solo Beautiful town. Yes, yes. Nashville is a beautiful town. If you're in the area, make sure that you catch this wonderful event. You're going to be wowed. They're going to knock your socks off for $75 per ticket. That is a deal. That is one thing that I will say is really quite enthralling about all these events coming back, is that ticket prices had gotten really, really expensive. And then unfortunately the pandemic happened, shut down a lot of things. And now tickets are back to being super reasonable because they just want you to come out and have some fun. So come on out, have some fun. And I'm going to say hello to everybody joining the broadcast. Thank you so much for watching. This has been really, really fun to do the news. I think I'm going to continue to do this. And where's my costume, you say, Michael? Well, we were doing the financial report, and dressing up like a French maid didn't seem appropriate. So my costume's in the closet. It's kind of rainy. It's kind of drizzly and cold here. I don't know that I'm going to dress up tomorrow. I usually do dress up to take the kids around, but I don't know. Where's your costume, Michael? Like, that's a better question. All right, everybody. It's good to see you. Thank you, Gabriel, for tuning in. Thank you, Jane, for tuning in. Thank you, Earl, for tuning in. Michael, it's always lovely to see you. It's lovely to see all of you. Thank you for giving me a moment in your space and time. And this has been the news, the Caffeinated Cooper Show, Saturday PM news. I hope everyone has a wonderful, safe, and blessed day. As always, we are blessed. You are blessed. Mwah! I love you. I will not ever get rid of that sign off, even if we are doing the news. All right, guys. I'll see you later. Have a great day.